Extra. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newest Metal Hammer of Doom Extra. And this week, we've got 3 new videos that we're going to be taking a look at.
This week on the Metal Hammer of Doom, we will be reviewing the latest from The Sword, Used Future. This dropped Friday, March 23rd. And we're going to go ahead and review that album for your listening pleasure.
We're going to be doing 3 videos. One called Freya from The Sword. The other one is Maiden, Mother, and Crone. And then off the new album, we're going to be talking about Twilight Sunrise.
Let me go ahead and say right off the bat, I really love The Sword. I really, really like this band.
Yes,
make that clear. You know, I really dig on the whole stoner rock vibe. You know, we're 3 months into the Metal Hammer of Doom in 2018, and there have been, you know, some albums I thought were meh. There were some albums I thought were a little less than meh. I was really, really excited and really, really happy about MHOD, but MHOD, you know, tends to fall on that gimmicky side of metal.
Oh, yeah. Tongue in cheek.
As far as just pure rock and roll metal musical goodness, this is probably the first album I've heard this year that I was expecting a lot from, and I finally was rewarded for my faithfulness to the band. When I tell you I think The Sword so far, Used Future, have put out the best album in 2018 that we've covered, I don't think that's hyperbole. I mean, it's up for debate. I know there's another album that you tended to prefer. I know Robert Cooper tends to lean heavily on Orphan Land, which I barely remember because that show was messed up on Blog Talk Radio. The same thing with Machine Head. I'd have to go back and listen to him again. I was just so frustrated those nights. But like I said, overall, it's the first album I've heard starting this year where I was like, yeah, this is going to get multiple plays. This is going to get multiple listens.
Okay. Yeah. It's going to take a few more listens for me to figure out where I'm going to grade it at. I've listened to
baby metal.
Apparently
just
to
be clear, it's no baby metal. I just want to be, you know, I mean, there's not much out there that's better than baby metal, but it's still good, okay? Not as good as baby metal.
Boy, if we could have only said that back about a week or 2 ago. I guess we're going to go ahead and get to it here. We'll get to these 3 videos in 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay. All right, let's get to the next one here. What do we got coming up here? We have, this is my pick, I think. This is the one I chose. And I got to go to Messenger here.
Mother, Maiden, Crone.
Yes. Have you heard this song? Do you remember this song at all?
I'm sure once we get into it, I'll be like, oh, yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. All right. Let me get queued up here.
I've got a video, an ad.
Okay.
All right, ready to go. Yay.
Ready?
It's the Muppet Show.
All right, so this is off of Tomato Records is the YouTube page. The Sword, Mater, Mother, and Maiden. What did I say? Mater? Like mother from Cars?
You seem like you're struggling with English, Jesse. And I don't want to make fun of you for it, but
don't do that. Okay.
No, don't make fun of your pronunciation. But you seem like you're struggling, sir.
The Sword, Maiden, Mother, and Crone official video. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, this sounds familiar.
Yeah, off of Gods of the Earth, which is a heavy, heavy band or heavy album.
They were so good when I saw them live. You know, like my buddy who I talk about sometimes on the show, who like we actually just when we went to go see the last UFC fight in Orlando, he had on classical music because he was like, yeah, I just want something that's gonna make me calm, especially when I'm driving.
Not make you fall asleep.
Yeah. So he's not like hardcore into music like I am, but even he enjoyed this. What he did not enjoy was the mosh pit. He's not a fan. No. This is the guy that I met in jiu-jitsu class. He's not a fan of people bumping into him. The Sword are lost in time.
They aren't they? Is it not like
70s?
Exactly. That is the impression I first got when I listened to I think this album,
like the sword should have been stuck right between Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath.
you feel that influence all over this band.
Yeah, like I feel like the sword are the connective tissue between Zeppelin and Sabbath.
Yeah. They have, again, we have some weird stuff going on here. It's.
Well, is she the maiden? Is she the mother? Or is she a crone in disguise?
I believe she's definitely the mother. The first girl we saw was the maiden, I believe. Mm-hmm. And then upcoming, yeah,
okay,
she's pregnant.
She's pregnant. She's definitely the mother.
She's definitely the mother. Oh, down the road we go.
All right.
What's next? I wonder.
Playing by moonlight in the field.
Pretty much a black and white video. I think there's shades of some red or whatever throughout here.
That's all right.
They do have this weird, like they talk about space. Warp Riders is again, that being a concept album, you can feel the story throughout that. There's a lot of stuff in regards to space travel and I mean, it's called Warp Riders for Pete's sake. But, you know, I like that element in my metal. You know that. We've talked on the Metal Hammer of Doom how much I love storytelling and concept albums. I think the first one I ever really recognized that I really loved was Blind Guardians Through the Red Mirror, or whatever it was called. Yep. And in these earlier videos, I mean, they do a great job of telling a story.
Can we just talk about the solo? That solo we just heard, that crunchy, riffy solo, wow.
That was some of the stuff that made me a fan of this band. Things change.
There's the Crone. There you are, you old Crone, you.
It's pretty scary, some scary imagery.
Yes.
Whoa, look out.
I'm going to put you in a trance. I just re-listened to the entire From Beer to Eternity album. I'm gonna put you in a trance.
Do not. No reference here. I have no idea.
Oh, apparently you never listened to that.
No, I have not.
Review. I reposted on
America Can't. I'm a big fan of, but From Beer to Eternity, I apparently am not going to listen to just because it's not received well on your end.
No. And I re-listened to that review just to make sure I hated the album. Yep, still do. That is a fact check. All right, that was a fun one. It was a good pick there, Jess.
Yeah, I like that song. That's a lot of fun.
Let me just go ahead and tell you, I love this new album.
Yeah,
it is fantastic. Jesse and I, you know, when I first mentioned it to him, he was like, "Ugh, really?" And I'm telling you, man, like. I was excited in the car. You know, I was pitching a 10 pole. I'm telling you right now.
Oh my gosh.
I was very excited about this album.
I don't know how you can drive. That's just
I drove with it. That's what I was doing.
Oh my gosh.
Had a third hand on the wheel. What happened?
Moving on. Okay, Mark, give our listeners one more opportunity to figure out where we're going to be this coming Wednesday and what exactly we're going to be talking.
Once again, you can find all of our shows here on the Rattlegion Broadcasting Network on Spreaker. If you go to our public Spreaker website, that is Spreaker.com/Radulich, RADULICH in broadcasting. This whole week, we've got a bunch of great shows for you on the Source Material podcast. We're going to be looking at The Many Worlds of Krypton. It's a Superman book. It just got reprinted with some extra material March 6th. So we're going to go ahead and review that for you because Sci-Fi just started their new Krypton series. So we're synergizing with that. Tuesday's a review for a better Transformer movie than the actual Transformers movies. Pacific Rim, Uprising. Fantastic. And then, of course, as I said, Wednesday is the Metal Hammer of Doom, Used Future, The Sword. That's Spreaker.com/Radulich in broadcasting. You can also find us on YouTube. All of our shows on YouTube get located at my personal YouTube page, which is Mark Radulich. You can find all of the shows there as a YouTube video for your listening pleasure if that's how you listen to podcasts. So that's where you'll find us.
Very good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, go give the Radulich in Broadcasting Network Facebook page a like to stay up on top of all the great podcasts that we have to offer. This has been the Metal Hammer of Doom Extra.